here today with Daniel Baggio, Project Manager with the County of Essex, on site at the concrete roundabout that's being constructed connecting County Road 42 and Manning Road.
Yeah, so the County of Essex has been very successful going with concrete product for our roundabouts. This will be our third concrete roundabout under construction. Our first one was done 11 years ago in 2014. And for us, the reasons why we chose concrete for that first roundabout were for three reasons. One, it's reliability. It's where an expressway ends in the county and it transitions to a true county road. So we have very high speeds, lots of truck traffic, and overall lots of vehicle traffic. So we needed a product that would last 30 plus years, that required minimal maintenance just to the level of service that we provide, as well as our unique conditions that we have here in the region. We have a high level of freeze-thaw cycles over the winter months. We use a lot of salt, and we wanted a product that would last with minimal maintenance, and concrete was our choice. Well, the county's had very good success using concrete, specifically for our third concrete roundabout here at the intersection of County Road 19 and 42. There's 3 to 4 factors that we considered which justified using this product. One was the speed. It's generally considered like a little bit of a high-speed roundabout, so the road is built for maximum speed of 80, although it's a posted 60-kilometer-an-hour road. Everyone generally knows that vehicles travel a little bit higher than the posted speed limits. 2, the level of traffic that it's used on it. So this is a heavy industrial use corridor, so there's lots of truck traffic. This also is an emergency detour route and connects directly with the 401 and the MTO's corridor. So the traffic that's going through the roundabout to connect to the 401 obviously is increased, as well as the type of traffic that's used. And then finally, because of those 2 factors, the number of vehicles and the type of vehicles with the posted speed, we needed a project that was extremely durable, that doesn't rut, and would hold up to the forces that are being applied on it. And for us, we've had very, very good success with concrete. It doesn't come without any maintenance issues, but what we found here locally in the region is if there is some sort of deficiency, we're able to do a quick panel repair. Our experience in the county is we can replace a concrete panel, like full removal and replacement, in 24 hours, maximum 48 hours. That can happen with only 1 lane closed. Obviously, you guys can see this is a 2-lane roundabout, so regardless of if maintenance needs to happen, we can always keep a level of service open, take 1 lane away, repair the concrete, and have it back in service within maximum 3 days. And for each one of our roundabouts, we had a new innovation. Our first one, we tried etched pavement markings, and a basic way of explaining that is essentially we etched out a small little cavity in the surface of the concrete, put the pavement markings down, so when the paint is dried, it's flush with the surface level of the concrete, and ultimately that left us with a product where you didn't have to come back and repaint on a 1, 2, or 3 year cycle. It's lasted, I think, up to 10 years. So that was very new and innovative at the time. For our second roundabout, we used a new mix design to get us a superior product, which we've had very good success with on the material testing side. In addition to that, we worked really well with our engineering partners as well as our contractors, and we came up with a unique saw cutting method to ensure that we had panels that were the right size to avoid any sort of deficiencies in the future. So it was more of an iterative process, but we really nailed down a specific way of laying down a grid to saw cut the concrete panels to leave whole panels and not have any keyholes, which ultimately will give you a far superior product over time. One, like, why did we choose a roundabout? Generally speaking, it's common knowledge that roundabouts perform better at intersections. It moves traffic better because obviously you don't have vehicles queuing for an extended period of time during any light cycle. As long as there's an opening, a vehicle can enter the roundabout. 2, which is the most important factor, is the collision data by far suggests that if there is a collision at a roundabout, it's minimal. So you're looking at like a fender bender or just maybe some body damage to a vehicle. There's never any loss of life or fatalities. It's very, very rare. Whereas any intersection, I think everybody knows, if somebody runs a red light or you get T-boned or something like that, like the injuries to people and vehicles can be fatal at times. So those are the 2 biggest benefits of why a municipality may want to choose a roundabout. And then if you did decide to go with a roundabout, when would you maybe want to consider using concrete? There's about 3 things that I would say are big factors. One, if the location is a critical location or on an arterial road or in a heavy industrial area where you have lots of traffic and it's very disadvantageous to the economy or the residents or your constituents, where you'd have to take that intersection out of service, you definitely want to look at a concrete product. Everyone generally knows you get at least 30 years out of it, hands down, without any real maintenance. You don't have to repave it like asphalt on a 3 or a 5 year cycle. If there is a maintenance issue, you're only going to have to do that panel repair, which is huge. And then if you structure it correct, you can work at night, or if it's a 2-lane roundabout, you can take 1 lane away and keep 1 lane open, so you always leave that level of service. And then over time, just concrete product itself can withstand higher forces. So if you do have a lot of traffic over time, you're not going to see any wheel rutting like you see in asphalt. Concrete's just a stronger product. So for unique situations, it does justify a little bit of the extra cost. But for any municipality looking for a turnkey solution that has basically little to no maintenance, I think concrete would be a very good option to consider. Here at the county, what I would recommend, and we learned this not necessarily the hard way, but just over time, like this is our 3rd roundabout, is there's a few things that you can do to set yourself up for success so you get a great product at the end of the day. One, obviously you want to use a mechanical application paver. We highly recommend that. Obviously nothing can compare to a mechanical application for your concrete. A knowledgeable contractor is huge, so when you are tendering, just making sure maybe you pre-qualify to ensure you have a contractor that can do the work, and maybe it's not their first time. Obviously that will help you with somebody that has experience. And then on the material side of things, highly recommend using epoxy coated or GFRP rebars, cages, and baskets. That'll give you, again, a far superior product to make sure you're not having the corrosion inside the concrete if you are using salt during winter control. And then finally, working with your engineering and contracting team for a really good jointing plan, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, how good the concrete's laid. If it's not cut correctly, you're going to have panel repairs just because of the nature of having smaller pieces of concrete instead of like correct panels. So that's really big. There are some resources available online that will help with the jointing plan that you guys can use, or you can reach out to us or your engineering team. And then finally, the biggest thing that we found is having a really robust quality control and quality assurance program. So we spend a little bit extra money to test almost like every load in regards to like the panels when we are constructing the roundabout, to make sure that the concrete that's coming on site and being laid is exactly as specified, to make sure it lasts for 30 years. So the good news is we haven't had any significant maintenance requirements on either or 2 of our roundabouts. So our first one 11 years ago, from what I understand, the pavement markings have held up with the edge pavement, so we haven't had to come back and repaint as frequent. I think it's only been done once, and it's an 11-year operating cycle. We also install artificial grass in our center medians, so there is no maintenance. Us at the county, we don't have a parks department, so we don't have a team that can come and maintain any sort of grass or pollinator in the center of the median. So we chose artificial turf. The public feedback has been great. They love it. It looks green all year round. And ultimately, there's no maintenance required. The products that we've chose have held up, so we haven't had any issues with performance on the concrete side of things or on the aesthetic side of things for the artificial turf. Because of that, we use the same products for our second roundabout at County Road 19 and County Road 43. Same thing, we've had exceptional reviews from the public, and we've had to do no maintenance so far on that roundabout. On our first roundabout 11 years ago, I do believe 1 or 2 panels may have needed to be repaired. And again, those are usually done within 24, 48 hours. And we do keep the roundabouts in service while that work's happening as well.
If you're considering concrete for your upcoming projects and need additional information, feel free to reach out to us at the website or the email listed below.